Hi everyone and welcome to our video. Today we'll be discussing renewable energy. So what exactly is renewable energy? Renewable energy is infinite and inexhaustible energy derived from the Earth's natural resources. It's an alternative to traditional energy, like petroleum or oil, which relies on fossil fuels and is generally much less harmful to the environment. There are 7 main types of renewable energy.
Solar energy. This comes from capturing energy from sunlight and converting it into heat, electricity, or water. This can be done with photovoltaic PV systems, which use solar cells to convert direct sunlight into electricity.
Pros of solar energy. It's unlimited. This has the power to get rid of fossil fuels once and for all. Solar energy helps improve public health, environmental conditions, eliminate energy costs, and is encouraged by many governments.
Cons of solar energy. Even though this is a fantastic investment in the long run, it is pretty expensive upfront and is too expensive for most households. You also need a lot of space and sunlight to set up solar panels, limiting how many people can actually install them.
Number 2, wind energy. You know when you're driving in the middle of nowhere and you see those giant fans? They're actually called wind turbines. They convert wind into electricity.
Pros of wind energy. This is a clean energy source, which means that it doesn't pollute the air like other types of energy. He's looking at you, fossil fuels. This doesn't produce carbon dioxide or any other environmentally harmful products. It can also be built near farms and other agricultural land, providing renewable energy for these locations. Yay, giant fans.
Cons of wind energy. Remember how we talked about how you see these in the middle of nowhere? Well, energy like this is usually needed in big cities, not the middle of nowhere. Cities don't like them because they dominate skylines and are pretty loud. They can also threaten wildlife, including birds, which are killed when they hit the turbine.
3. Hydroelectric energy. The most well-known generator of hydroelectric power are dams. A dam is a barrier that is built to hold water in place and raise its level. This forms a reservoir, which can then be used to generate energy. Water flows through the dam's turbines and produces electricity, which is called pumped storage hydropower when it's produced this way.
Pros of hydroelectric energy. This is very versatile and can be used in large-scale projects and smaller ones, like the Hoover Dam and underwater turbines in small rivers and streams. They also don't generate any pollution.
Cons of hydroelectric energy. Most of them consume more energy to run than they can produce. Their storage systems might also have to use fossil fuels to pump water. It also disrupts waterways and has a negative impact on the animals that live in these waterways because they change water levels, currents, and migration paths. Poor fish.
Geothermal energy. Geothermal heat is heat trapped beneath the Earth's crust from Earth's formation and from radioactive decay. By using steam that comes from heated water below the surface, this heat can be captured and used to produce geothermal energy. This can be used to run a turbine.
Pros of thermal energy. It's not super common, but it has a lot of potential. It can be built underground and is naturally replenished, so we don't have to worry about it depleting like we have to do for oil.
Cons of geothermal energy. It's pretty expensive to build what's necessary to harness the energy, and there is concern about how vulnerable it is to things like earthquakes.
Ocean energy. This produces 2 other types of energy, thermal and mechanical. Thermal energy relies on warm water surface temperatures to create energy in many different ways. Mechanical energy uses the motion of the tides to generate energy.
Pros of ocean energy. It's predictable and it's easy to estimate how much will be produced. There's also a lot of it.
Cons of ocean energy. People who live near the ocean definitely benefit from wave energy, but people who don't won't have access to this type of energy. This can also disturb the ecosystems that exist in the ocean. Even though this is a clean source of energy, it needs large machinery nearby to capture the energy that's produced, which can cause disruptions on the ocean floor and with sea life. Rough weather can also change the consistency of the waves, so during stormy weather, less energy is produced.
Number 6, hydrogen energy. When hydrogen is separated from other elements, it can be used as both fuel and electricity. Not to be confused with hydrogen energy that's been produced from non-renewable resources. This hydrogen is separated from other elements using renewable energy resources. This fuel is extremely efficient and does not pollute the air a lot. so it can be used for transportation, heating, and power generation.
Pros of hydrogen energy. This can be used as a clean burning fuel. That means less pollution in a cleaner environment. It can also be used for fuel cells. These are similar to batteries and used to power an electric motor.
Cons of hydrogen energy. This energy isn't naturally occurring and needs to be produced, so it's not very efficient. It's a challenge to produce this type of energy without fossil fuels.
7. Biomass energy. Biomass is an organic matter that comes from living plants and organisms. An example of using biomass is burning wood in a fireplace. This accounts for 1/2 of all renewable energy and contains a lot of carbon.
Pros of biomass energy. These produce carbon dioxide, but the regeneration of plants consumes the same amount of carbon dioxide, creating a balanced atmosphere.
Cons of biomass energy. Plants take time to grow to have this balance. We also don't have the widespread technology to use biomass instead of fossil fuels yet.
When biomass is processed or refined, it creates biofuel. This is usually used in cars, and within biofuel, biodiesel exists. This is made from algae, soybean, and palm and has lower carbon monoxide emissions than petroleum. Unfortunately, this is a lot more expensive.
What are some ways that we can switch to renewable energy? Well, if you have enough space on your roof, you could always install solar energy panels. You could also get a solar water heater, LED light bulbs, and use a bike instead of a car when you have to go somewhere not too far.
Thanks for tuning into our video. For more information or activities relating to renewable energy resources, please check out our website, empowerengenvironmentaleducation.org. Thank you!